Hey folks, and welcome back to some more Boston Red Sox franchise here on MLB The Show 25 on the Tisbury 33 Games channel. I'm Cody Shalapu. Thank you all so much for watching this series. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that silly YouTube shit. We appreciate it. But we are focusing on Brayan Bello today. Does this man exist? It's been brought to my attention. There's a missing poster. We haven't seen any Brayan Bello at all this series. Maybe some of those player lock games where he was pitching in, but we really haven't seen much of Brayan Bello, and for decent reason. As you see in that graphic, hasn't really been great to start this season. It wasn't really fantastic last year, and it's been a steady regression each season for him. And like in real life, in the game, his big issue is just command and control. Wanting to throw a pitch down and away, and then it leaking over the plate, or trying to dot a corner and missing wide, setting up a 2-1 count, a 3-1 count, 2-0 count, something like that, and then getting bullied like this. That is kind of the Brayan Bello experience. You see flashes. You'll have every few starts or so, he'll go 7, strike out 9, give up 6 hits because he's a ground ball pitcher, but then get ground outs and double plays off that. But then you see starts like this where he's missing spots. I mean, Aaron Judge, I don't think anyone should be blamed for giving up a home run to Aaron Judge, but missing a spot here. Giancarlo Stanton able to put it in for a double after Ceddanne Rafaela had a field trip out there in center field. So can we kind of solve this for Brayan Bello? Is this something that is solvable? It kind of needs to be. He's going to be on a rotation, making $9 million a year, $6 million, I think $9 million a year over the next few years, and that extension he signed in real life that took place a couple of years ago, 2023. No, it was this previous spring training, so it was 2024 spring training. So he gets a ground ball there, but quintessential first inning for Bello. Get up to home run, some loud contact, but at the end of the day, all right, it's 2, it's manageable, but still, the quintessential Brayan Bello start. And for all those who are watching the Netflix documentary that just came out yesterday, as of me recording this episode will go up on Thursday, so 2 days ago. Go check that out if you have access to Netflix and like the Red Sox. Just like baseball, it's really an in-depth look at last year's team, and because the team was asked, it's kind of more of just the players themselves. And they had a lot of Brayan Bello content where his wife and his child were in the Dominican Republic all year and weren't able to come to the States, and there's some real touching moments with him, and maybe a reason for those struggles. However, this is a video game, and we don't care. But no, in real life, Bello was dealing with some stuff last year, and you can kind of see the frustration, so definitely go check that out. Again, I love those pull the curtain back type of documentaries. Here he is in a little bit more of a jam. 2 on in the third. He does get Judge to pop out over here, so that's good. Just 1 ground ball. Ends it. Again, still can't believe Vlad Guerrero signed with the Yankees here. He is a Blue Jay for life now with his 14-year, $500 million contract he signed IRL recently. And gets the ground ball he needs just through the middle and doesn't find a glove. And he got the 2 most dangerous hitters in the order out, and then Jazz Chisholm comes back and puts one up the middle. 0-2 count, sinker on Jason Dominguez, and we are out of the inning. So another Bello inning. Only 1, but already 6 hits given up, and lucky for him, we threw up a 9 spot here as we enter the bottom of the 4th. Another hit for Bello. And here are kind of how his starts have been so far this year. April 1st in San Francisco, or against San Francisco, 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned, 2 home runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Then Cleveland, 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned, 1 home run, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. And then for San Diego, 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 home run, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Like, that just isn't this recipe for success, even as a number 5 guy. In this start, he got hit hard, and he got hit a lot of times. And right here, another deep fly ball that it may be mishandled. Maybe they did all the best they can. Either way, a run comes in to score. And I want to say it felt like he had more strikeouts. Finished this outing with 3, and I wrote down more cases we've seen from him. But with 3 strikeouts in 4 innings, Durand, I think, just misplayed that one. Guerrero pop up, and Bello's like, fuck this, I'm going to take it myself. He wants to get out there. Finished this one with 4 earned runs in 4 innings. Yep, 9 hits, 1 home run, a walk, in 3 strikeouts as Judge lasers one into the corner, and Durand does pull over and get to it, and that's going to do it for the outing for Bello. Again, only going 4, and it just has seemed to be getting worse and worse and worse as the starts go on, as the years go on. We're going to throw in Jordan Montgomery, I believe, to take out some of these innings, and we pick up the win against the dreaded New York Yankees. But start 1 of 3 we'll see from Bello tonight. Not great. We do get the win thanks to 9 runs from the offense. All of those scored in the first 4 innings, and I don't know, not the best showing from Bello. However, we will stay in New York, and we will jump into the next game in this series. And Justin Slayton working 19 pitches thrown already. Gonzalez on the ground. Remember, Christian Campbell out with an injury. So we have bases loaded, no outs, up by 2 in the bottom of the 9th here at Yankee Stadium. McCann swings and misses on the cutter. Huge. Sets up a ground ball for game. And Slayton, big strikeout when he needed it. Anthony Volpe 0 for 2. Hung a curveball. Ceddanne Rafaela in, we'll say shallow center field, medium center field. Throw comes in, was on time, but offline, and the Yankees get a run. It is now 2-1. They're going to bring in Aaron Judge off the bench. We say, super cool. You should have just walked to first base. There's no fucking way. We're throwing to Aaron Judge. You know who we're going to take our bets with? We're going to take our bets with Cade Marlowe. Can Cade Marlowe win this game? If he does, more power to him. Fuck you. He can't. Popped up. David Hamilton over there at short. He is going to put it away, and that will do it. Sox win on this one. We will move on to the next Bello start, but it's the Yankees. I hate the Yankees. We beat the Yankees most of the time on screen, so I'll take that. We win this one 2-1 here. Justin Slayton gets out of a little bit of a jam. 2-1, Red Sox. Crochet 4-1 on the season. Love to see that. And we are in Toronto, Canada, as Bello is facing off against the Blue Jays. And if you thought last start sucked, this one sucked even more. So this is a very important matchup because Toronto and us are kind of right there at the standings early on this season. Picking up wins against them are important, obviously, in division, and they're just a team that we're chasing. So we want to be able to beat them and hold those tiebreakers if push comes to shove and whatnot. And yeah, but Brayan Bello did not have his A game. Another 2-run home run in the first inning like he did against the Yankees, this time against Anthony Santander. And maybe I'm less mad because the Blue Jays, and I don't viscerally hate them. I feel like I'm pretty indifferent to the Blue Jays. I think their uniforms are cool. I think they have some of the best hats in the game. That's about it. I bought a Blue Jays hat on my 8th grade Washington, D.C. trip. So, shout out to the Blue Jays. Vlad Guerrero's cool. This is a cool play by Bregman. He does end up getting 1 out there. But they can't quite turn 2. I'm surprised we even got the 1 and then a slider to get out of the inning. And the strikeout for Bello. He thought the inning was over. Dummy. And again, it's down 2-0, and that's kind of the Bello experience. He just puts you in a hole, and it's hard to get out of that hole. Another hit, this time by Alejandro Kirk, another guy who got paid in real life. And trust me, we're going to be looking to lock up some of our guys pretty soon. So stay on the lookout for that. Dalton Varsho, he splits the gap, and even Kirk's fat ass is going to be running for a while. He is going to take the... Nope. Tubby thought better of it, and he'll be sitting at third base. And we got 2 in scoring position with 1 out in the second. And it is Jose Caballero, the former, Mariner and Ray, now Blue Jay. Okay. He's going to ground out to Trevor Story, and that will score a run, but we will get the out. And then 2 shortstop Romy Gonzalez ranges over and makes the play. So we give up another one, so it's now 3 runs given up by Brayan Bello, another couple of hits, and again, the themes continue. Again, down the middle, sinker right down the middle. Trust me, I didn't throw it there. I wanted it probably low and on a corner. But Joey Gallo, a guy who is so bad at hitting, he retired and is trying to be a pitcher, gets a hit off of Brayan Bello. Max Wagner, I believe Billy Wagner's kid. So if you add Biggio, Bichette, Biggio's not on the team anymore, but Biggio, Bichette, and then Guerrero, you have 4 All-Stars' sons, at the very least, 3 Hall of Famers. Misplay down the line in right field. I believe Roman Anthony's the guy out there, and allows another run to come in. And, yeah, that's going to do it. Cora's out 2 1/3 for Bello here. Again, rocked in a very big start. We were tied, and this is coming off an excellent start against the White Sox. His previous appearance, we simulated the White Sox start, wanting to get the Blue Jays start in. 8 innings, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 earned run. Perfect game for Brayan Bello. And now we get this performance, which is whatever, I guess. Rockton's big start finished with 2 1/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 earned, 2 walks, 2 Ks, and 1 home run. I believe he also picks up the loss. Then we are going to go to this game against the Dodgers. We're going to be playing this full game here. So this is our full game of the episode. And again, Bello is starting 1-3 on the season, 5.52 ERA. It just hasn't been there. It just hasn't quite clicked. And we're trying to see if we can click it here. Freddie Freeman goes down on a sinker that was missed way over the plate. So I guess pat your back on that one, but more scratch your head that Freddie Freeman didn't demolish that. Next pitch, the 7th of the day, is fouled off by Mookie Betts. And the reason we showed this pitch is because, looks like Brayan Bello has a finger issue. We'll find out after the game what it is, but he will have to be removed from the game. So we're going to this is now a Jordan Montgomery start, and we have to put him in a game kind of cold. So shout out Jordan Montgomery, who's been fine for us in 5 games. He's gotten some cleanup roles, some low relief appearances. 3.86 ERA. He's been fine. We'll take it. Grounder up the middle, and that's going to split the shift. And Mookie Betts, also another return for Mookie Betts on our to Boston. Still upset about that, as you should be too. Worst trade in Boston Red Sox history. He goes up the middle, and then it's Max Muncy. Not to confuse yourself with Max Muncy, but this Max Muncy. For those who know. And he strikes out and clean first, I guess. As clean as we can get with an injury and a hit. Roki Sasaki, another reason I wanted to play this game. Show Roki Sasaki, the guy that for just a quarter of a second I thought Red Sox. But no, it was always the Dodgers. It never wasn't the Dodgers. 3.05 ERA, 38 innings pitched. He was awesome last year. He's awesome this year. And slider down the middle. And, what a catch by Teoscar Hernandez. Another guy who had a Red Sox written all over him. Watch this play. A nice new camera angle. I don't believe this camera angle was into the game last year. Teo, a DH says ho. And he saves Roki Sasaki a single or probably a double to Duran. And then Devers will pay him back with a fastball that he takes up the middle. He beats the shift this time. And he goes singling. Then it's Casas. Swing and a miss. And that is going to do it for the inning. So, 1 hit apiece through 1 inning for both teams. And then Will Smith. West Philadelphia, born and raised. I don't think this Will Smith was born in West Philadelphia. But he went to Louisville, which is kind of close to Pennsylvania. So, fuck it. The Fresh Prince. Maybe he's French. I don't know. Fresh Prince Will Smith. See you later. Liner right over that first row in the monster seats, and that is a 1-0 game for Los Dodgers. A single, and then another single, this time by Cedric Mullins, puts 2 on, and some more trouble for Montgomery and company. Mickey Moniak, former #1 overall pick. How much help do the Dodgers need? This one goes through the left side. Duran picks up, fires, runs going to come home and score. Just can't apply the tag. It's Gleyber Torres sliding in safely at home. And Mickey Moniak, the biggest superstar of the whole bunch. None other of these guys were number 1 overall draft picks. And Connor Wong, former Dodger, still helping him out. What is going on? All right, so he can't block the pitch, which in this game he can't block shit. And then throws in left field because he's a sleeper agent. And now all of a sudden it's 3-0. Freddie Freeman's up, and he's going to do Freddie Freeman things, which is drive in runs. A ground out for Freeman, but another run scores. It's 4-0 Dodgers. And then Betts on the ground. Story deep in the hole. Plants, fires, gets him. That's a pretty good play by Trevor Story. Real ball heads no. That is a pretty good throw. Story, Anthony Wong up next. Anthony singles, and then Wong rips a double. And this is going to go all the way to the wall. And for a second, I thought about testing it. And I probably should have. He would have scored, but I was like, you know what? 1 out, 2 in scoring position. We can crank for 1. Get maybe a hit for 2 runs instead of pushing it. And then Marcelo Meyer strikes out 98 on the outside black. And then Ceddanne Rafaela, very next pitch. You see how late I am. If you want to make a grown man cry, just throw 98 to me all day. I can't catch up to it. I don't know. And then I time up this fastball, but Ceddanne Rafaela, it doesn't have the stats, and we get no runs instead of maybe definitely the one if I were to push it. Obviously, I didn't know either going to throw it away, but it is what it is. Shohei Ohtani bullies this one, going towards the bullpen. Anthony racing back. Oh, he made the catch. Roman Anthony, what is up? Gave him the new number 19, where he's wearing. He wore in AAA last year. And Roman Anthony, boom. Look at that. Bring it back, young fella. He made a couple of real good plays in this one. And then at the end of the inning, Will Smith back up 1-for-1 today, and it's Marcelo Meyer diving from his knee over to Casas, and the kids are showing out. Who needs Mookie Betts when we have these two guys, I guess? I don't know. I still would really like Mookie Betts. So 4-0 Dodgers still, but a couple good defensive plays for us. Keep it at 4-0. Rafi Devers, fastball inside. He barrels it up and dumps it right in front of the wall. Pops over for an automatic double, his 3rd of the season. Just love Rafi's swing in this game. He is so pure. Tristan Casas, please, for the love of God, do something. Give me something. God damn it. Ground out to second base. Tristan Casas ends the inning with a runner in scoring position, and that will do it. 4 hits for us for getting on base, but nothing to come of anything. Gleyber Torres to Roman Anthony, and another circus catch. Took a half step to react to it, got the yellow reaction, and then able to make up for it with his athleticism. Maybe looking like me in the 11-year-old All-Star game. Shohei Ohtani, however, will not be denied. He is inevitable. Doesn't get the home run, but will get this RBI single as Mookie Betts comes around to score. Shohei eventually stole second, and then a wild pitch brought him third, and then Max Muncy. Not that Max Muncy, but this Max Muncy. If you know, you know. Roman Anthony right there to make the catch. So it is, 5-0 still. Love it. Marcelo Meyer to lead off the 5th, and Roki Saki only 38 pitches, and Meyer gets a splitter hung up, and he will bang it off the big green monster there, and he is sliding into second base. Also, I thought it was pretty common knowledge. You know, Wally the Green Monster, the mascot, is named because the wall is green. He's named after the wall, both in his first and last names. Wally, his first, the Green Monster, his last name. I didn't know if you knew that. I do know that we can't hit with runners in scoring position. Rafaela, Devers, Duran, Bregman. Devers is hitting third. Bregman can't bring him home. And then Teoscar Hernandez just says, hey, you should have signed me to a contract a while ago. And I was like, yeah, we probably should have. That home run would have went to us, but now it goes to the Dodgers. How much help do they need? 8th home run of the season. Michael Kopech, former Dodger, World Series champion with the Dodgers. We got him from the Dodgers organization on the Rule 5. And he puts it into the monster seats. Not great. Cedric Mullins, swing and a miss. That's going to bring us to the bottom of the 6th inning. We got some work to do, as it is 6-0 Dodgers. And here is a very fun, super great time that I tried to do. Went to warm-up pitchers for the next inning. And you notice my screen isn't moving. I'm pressing circle to back out. And I'm trying everything. The game froze. And I tried everything. I tried putting both of those guys down, warming other people up. Just no bueno. So what we had to do is scrap the game. And you'll see me in a second. Pull up. And, yeah, we will close this one out. So we'll replay this game. We got the ground out for Bello, but he didn't get injured in this one, so we didn't really find out what his injury was. I assumed it was probably a blister, so I wasn't going to roll for the blister. We did get him to the minimum pitchers and then try to recreate the game as much as possible. The stats aren't going to be exactly the same. I think we do end up losing this one. And there was a moment where it was late in the game and I wanted to jump in, but I said, you know what? We'll just keep it as is. We'll do that, and I'll probably have this fast forwarded so it gets there. But either way, we will skip ahead. It's 5-1 Dodgers, and they close us out 5-3. Well, that sucked. As you saw, we kind of had a little crash. I don't know if that's been happening anymore. That's a bug, but either way, not a great end to this month. And now we are kind of 3 games behind 3 games below 500. Still got 2 more with the Dodgers who are good. The Angels aren't very good. Athletics aren't very good. Miami's not very good. Seattle and Arizona are pretty good. Houston's okay. And then we'll be seeing ourselves in Colorado for sure. Hopefully we do good. Next episode, we're going to be spending time in the minor leagues. We're going to be taking control of Portland and Worcester in what's going to be a change up to the format for our minor leagues. We're going to do one big minor league update, and that's usually going to come in May or June of each season. So hopefully you like the new format. Either way, let's kind of just check out how everyone's doing so far. Through about a month through, Durant's doing all right. He's 4th in the American League in WAR. Cold right now. Bregman's heating up. Devers obviously just doing Devers type things. A few more home runs, I guess, or RBIs, I guess. But also 23 walks to 27 strikeouts. You compare that, those percentages from last year. Look at up to 15% walk rate. Hopefully that continues. That would be very, very good to see Devers continue to just get on base and expand his game. Costas out of the gate slow. Did have an RBI in that last one. Story doing okay, but just regressing all around. Roman Anthony having some regression, or not doing great, but is still progressing, so I'm fine keeping him on the roster. Connor Wong, 227. Marcelo Meyer, doing okay. 25 strikeouts. We might decide to just send him down to marinate a little bit more. And then Zidane Rafaela not doing too great. Maybe we do go for Willier in Roman Anthony. And you know what? I think we are going to do that. I don't know. Even though I say that, we have so many lefties. But either way, let's just check out the pitching rotation, and then we'll get out of here. Pitching rotation, Crochet's been one of the best starters in the league. Still wish the strikeouts were kind of better. I don't know why this game is so... doesn't simulate strikeouts too well. Like, yeah, 45 over 41, but he's like a 12 Ks per 9 type guy in real life, and in the game he's about like a little bit over 9. I don't know, whatever. Tanner Houck doing well. Cutter Crawford not. Tony Gonsolin doing okay, and then Brayan Bello. We didn't quite get to see what the injury was. We're going to assume probably a blister, so he'll make his next start. That will be fine. He will be fine. Again, it kind of sucks we got that game froze. Montgomery, Weissert, Whitlock, Kopech, Brock Burke, Miguel Castro, Jose Leclerc, and Justin Slayton. You can see all of their statistics. Kind of guys all in the 4s pretty much. So just okay. And I guess that's what we're going to have to do. So we'll see you next time with some more Red Sox franchise. I'm Cody Shallow from Tisbury 33 Games saying thank you so much. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Brayan Bello, does he exist? Who knows?